I hope you guys are ready for a sick one because yesterday was nuts. The consumer price index came out. Turns out that the people are paying as much of an increase as they were paying in 1981. That's how bad inflation is. I mean, it's terrible, guys. But that didn't stop the market yesterday. A lot of green. I was thinking S triple Qs. I saw Tesla drop down to it was like 680 or 680, and then it went up to 720. There was a lot of green yesterday, even with this bad news about inflation. Um, you know, the way that Nixon screwed up the economy, Ford continued it, and it was saved by what's his name, Paul Volcker. They raised interest rates up to 20%. And people couldn't get houses. And this was right around the 80s. Jimmy Carter was president. I think he put Volcker in charge of the Fed, and Volcker saved the American economy. From what Nixon and Ford did by taking it off the gold standard. And we're in a really tough spot right here. Pre-market just opened up. It's a little bit after 7, and it's a lot of red. Everything is going down. There's a lot of movement. You can tell how much buying and selling is going on pre-market is if you try to implement a trade and it says because of volatility you can't. You got to keep trying and keep trying, and then it'll go through if you have your pre-market set on Thinkorswim, or if you're on Robinhood, which is just, don't even get me started on Robinhood. It's when you're using Robinhood, you can't just buy crypto on Robinhood. You need to set a limit. You need to buy, say you want to buy $1,000 worth of whatever, and set your limit. You want to buy it at 19,500. You want to buy it at 20,000, because Robinhood overcharges. They're going to overcharge you a couple $100. And this is pretty easy to see. You can go on, Trading View, Coin Market Cap, look at the price of whatever crypto you're looking at. Now I know we Robinhood. It's there's no fee, right? But if you're paying a couple $100 extra for one Bitcoin, you're paying a couple $100 where, and in the future, I think there's going to be a lot of changes. Coinbase, the fees are just too high. There's these crazy high fees. There's so much padding. There's such a big spread. Even in stocks, guys. Even in stocks, they have their disclaimer, due to market volatility. This is why you need to do a limit buy. You need to set a limit and say, this is what I'm buying at, and then when it dips, get it at that. And that's kind of because the price you see on the screen on Webull, on Robinhood, on Thinkorswim, the price you see on the screen when you implement that trade, that is usually not. It's usually when the trade gets implemented, when you hit trade, it's usually much higher, right? So you see a price, you're like, oh great, buy, and then right, Bitcoin is 19,800, right? $19,800. You're like, great, buy, and then when you see the trade confirmation, it ended up going through it 20,100, right? $300 more than what it was, and you hit it right at that time. And this is how these guys are making a lot of money. They're making a killing, and we're in a really gray area. I'm watching just some Bitcoin and Ethereum signals. I'm really not comfortable with anything today. I'm not looking at anything other than the S triple Qs. The S triple Qs. I'm sorry if I'm talking kind of fast. I got a lot going on in my brain here, right? Because I'm trying to, I want to have a decent week, but guys, there's just so much volatility. I want everybody to be super careful with the trades you implement today. There was so much green yesterday. It was crazy, And another thing that doesn't feel great to me is how everything tracked each other yesterday. The stock market, mainly tech stocks. We know tech stocks tend to track cryptocurrency, right? And they tend to go the same way. But yesterday, boy, it was spot on, man. All the charts looked exactly the same. All the charts, all the way up the crypto charts. Now I'm not talking about your kind of, not so popular cryptos. I'm talking about the top 10, right? Let's say the top 10 cryptos. Let's say the top 100 stocks, right? The charts looked exactly the same. Now, the percentage change might have been different. I think Tesla went up about, I don't know, I think it was like 5% yesterday. Polygon went up 16% yesterday. Matic, Matic was great. I'm out of Matic. I was just in Bitcoin and Polygon. Those were my biggest holds. And now I'm watching S triple Qs and it's going up. I bought S triple Qs. Now this is shorting triple Q, right? So when the QQQ is going down, S triple Q is going up, right? So I'm basically shorting the Qs, and I don't know if it's going to work out. It's bouncing up, it's bouncing down. The volume is really starting to change. We have a green candle now. It was first one was green, second one was red, next one is green. I think we are on 15-minute intervals. So, it's as the volume increases, as we get closer to 9:30, that's when we're really going to see some crazy movement. But I'm not jumping into anything deep because there's just no telling what could happen at this point. The ETFs, are kind of what I'm going to dabble in today because it's just, it could go either way. So much. I have my the scanner set on Thinkorswim. So if all the right boxes get checked, my scanner might pop up with something that looks like it's gonna break out. But I don't know, with the crazy way the volume is, jeez, it's just up down already, and it's 7:30. It's pre-market's only been open for half an hour. So I shouldn't be throwing out all these times, you know what I mean? I know my videos tend to be really time sensitive, but I'm gonna upload this right now. Hopefully it'll be up by 8 o'clock. So good luck with the day. I'll check back in with you guys tonight. But I'm betting on the S triple Qs today. So that's where I'm standing. And hopefully I could hang on to it and make a little bit today. Yesterday worked out really good. Worked out really good. I got really lucky with Tesla yesterday, and I got a decent return. But on my Bitcoin. But I don't hang on to this stuff for a long time, guys. I'm in, I'm out, because it's just too much movement. We might see Bitcoin at 15,000 by the end of the week. God bless. Stay green. I'll talk to you soon.